This all looks great. I mean, the reason I've been optimistic from early on is, James Gunn, not that I've loved every single thing he's ever done,
Right.
but he tends to make good films.
Yeah.
He genuinely loves the comics. And if you look at his career, it's not like you get the same movie out of him every time. He does a different style of filmmaking and storytelling depending on the subject matter. So I'm not expecting his Superman film to feel like Guardians of the Galaxy or
Right.
Peacemaker
Right.
or anything else.
He has a voice which is
Yeah.
recognizable. But you're absolutely right. I think that as a writer, he goes at it to make the story fit that thing. He's not just saying, I'm going to put a James Gunn sheen on this. He's going, what does this story need? And how can I bring it about? So yeah, I don't fear that it will be a Guardians ripoff. I'm just like,
And I'm not expecting his Superman to be anything as crass or
yeah, yeah,
R-rated as like the Suicide Squad was.
yeah, yeah,
But if you look at the Suicide Squad and realize he managed to bring things as silly as the Polka Dot Man and
yep,
flippin' Starro the
Toro.
Conqueror to
Yes.
live action
yes,
and made them work. And like I had a moment of empathy with Starro the Conqueror at the end of that film. How do
yes.
you do that?
Yes.
He's really good at the stealth heart.
Yeah, so the fact that we're getting a Superman movie with Superman, all these other superheroes,
Yes.
and freaking Crypto the Superdog.
We're gonna get Crypto and Metamorpho. I'm sitting there going like, what the hell?
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Chris, this ties into. I was watching an old interview that you did at a comic expo like
Oh
10
dear.
something years ago.
Oh, he
And
does his research.
yeah, and you said the guy. It was a quick interview, and the guy. One of the things you said in the interview, which was really cool. You're speaking at the time, obviously, that one of your biggest criticisms for the comic industry at the time was that you wanted them to be a little less fearful of silliness, to embrace the inherent silliness and in the comic book universe. And this kind of ties into that. I think what we're just discussing, these things we're excited for, that most of the filmmakers would be like, no, 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 I'm not going to touch Crypto the
Right.
Superdog or something.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite DC animated series is Batman Brave and the Bold. And one of the things I liked so much about that was, most of the time it was kind of action comedy show. But it wasn't an all-out comedy in the sense it wasn't like joke, 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 joke. It was just kind of an action show that wasn't afraid to tell stories where there's a detective chimp
Yep.
and
Yep.
all this really goofy Silver Age stuff, and just like, no, it is what it is. And sometimes it's gonna be, it's gonna lean more into the funny, and sometimes it's just gonna be a straight up, action beat, or even like just a straight action scene within the story. But if you're gonna do the DC universe, it's a silly place. Comic book universes are silly places.